You know what? I'm not even going to apologize for the wait. I won't even make an excuse for why I was I was absent for so long. I didn't make a video in like 6 months. But yeah, that's cool. And by school I mean college. I made a video about how I got into college and how it's going. And yeah, university is fine. But the reason I wanted to make this video is because today is my, and I know that I've written that it's my last day as a teen, but technically it's not because it's 10:40 something p.m. So it's not 9th of April till like 1 hour 20 minutes or something, right? So it's still my second last day technically, but I'll just write I'll just write it because no one cares about these 120 minutes, and by the time you're probably watching the video, it's already after 8 April, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, and yeah, my teenage is coming to an end, and I don't think that I'm mourning it. I'm sad about it that a huge part of my life is now ending, and I won't really be young anymore per se. Like obviously I'll be 20, I'll be in my 20s, I'll be young by society standards, but I think I won't be able to call myself a kid anymore, nor will I be able to enjoy myself like a kid. I've basically lost my innocence, and yeah, that kind of pisses me off, but not really. Yeah, and apart from that, life update. My hair is a lot longer now. If you have watched my previous videos, it's a lot longer now, and I've basically abandoned the glasses gimmick. I think I don't really like it as much as I did when I was 18. And what else? I've made some friends and really good people, by the way. In university, the biggest positive I've had is that now I'm actually surrounded by nerds, and for the first time, I'm surrounded by nerds bigger than me. Because not to toot my own horn or something, but up until like A levels, which is the second part of high school, or 12th and 13th grade for you Americans, I was the biggest nerd in my class. I had really nerdy interest, and no one really. I didn't really relate with anyone. Obviously, I had friends and I had people I could relate with, so I was not a loner. But I didn't really have people to relate with when it came to my nerdy interest, and I had to find people online for that. But now, for the first time, I've seen some people who are way nerdier than me. Like I know a guy who's making, and we have to make an OOP project. If you don't know what OOP is, it's basically object-oriented programming, and it's the stuff that makes your systems, um, management systems, like it could be a library management system or um, for an hospital record system, stuff like that. And it's not really used for in in my knowledge, or from what I know, it's not really used for stuff like making games. But I'm making a game for my semester end project. But this guy is making simulating our galaxy, and it has thousands of planets. And obviously, he's not simulating it one to one because that requires a lot of bandwidth and hardware, and he's just a college kid. But he's doing it all by himself, and it looks amazing right now. Like I'm really rooting for this kid, and he's my friend. What else? Uh, Another thing I realized in university, and I already knew this. I sort of knew this, but it confirmed my belief. But um, GPA doesn't really define you, or it doesn't really define how smart you are. And as someone who based whole self worth by the amount of or by the grades I had for the last 19 years or so, it only stopped in A levels. Uh, the guy I was just talking about, he has he has a GPA of like 2.4, 2.5 something. Like it's not that good. It's not a good GPA. But if you see this guy's stuff, if you check out his GitHub, it's insane. Like actually insane. He's been developing shit like since he was like 15 or something, and it's all good shit. Like it's not stuff that you expect from a freshman. And his stuff is actually being used by people. Like one of his one of his one of the apps he made or something, it has like 109 polls, and if you don't know what that is, it means that 109 people are using it, and that's actually insane. And yeah, and I've seen I know actual 4.0s who can't do what he does. Like yeah, they can get good grades, or they can, and I'm not taking anything away from them. Obviously they worked hard as well. Getting a 4.0 is not an easy task, and getting on the dean's list is not an easy task either. I'm just saying that you don't really judge people by you should not really judge people by the GPA, by their GPA. Yeah, that's something I've learned when I'm in university right now. What else? I'll take a cut because I need to remember shit that I need to tell you guys for this video. Yeah. Another thing I should talk about, because it's supposed to be about my teenage, but I was just ranting about my university because that's the only thing I have going right now for me. But after thinking, and yeah, my hair is different now because I kind of combed it with my hand. Yeah, just look at it. Yeah, don't judge me. But if you are judging me, it's alright as well. All of us judge people. And yeah, so what coming to what I was saying before, um, I think not being a teenager anymore will definitely make me think about stuff more seriously now, because I don't really think about stuff like, yeah, I'm the type that I overthink every little interaction. I have conversations in my head before I actually have them. Like if I want to take a pen from someone, I'll first replay that conversation in my head like 3 times, trying to predict what they'll say, and then I say the best or most appropriate response. I'm sorry to talk about my college life, but um, one of my professors, um, for the same course, because it's a 4 credit hour course and it's the highest credit hour course that I'm taking this semester, and my mid didn't go really well, but I respond really well in the class. Like I sit on the first bench, I answer all of the teachers' questions, and I ask a lot of questions. Yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd. I mean, you can assess it, assess the test by looking at me, but the teacher said that, hey, why didn't you get a good grade on your mid? And I said, oh, and okay, so one more thing, but the exam we give in our mid and on our final, it's on paper, so we basically have to write code on a piece of paper, and that pisses me off so bad. But the professor said something to me. She said that I've seen you code on a laptop, and I've seen you in the class. The one thing you do is that you micromanage and you overthink everything. Like you try to find the best answer when you don't really need to. It's just right there, and these questions are really simple. But the reason I got low marks is wasn't because I did shit wrong. It was just because I overthink so much that I didn't really get to complete my exam. It was a 3 hour exam and I couldn't complete it in time. Yeah. So she told me that I need to just not think much. That's it. That's all she told me. And I think I need to apply that everywhere, because this conversation thing, that's not really good. It's not going good for me. And today today I had to take interviews of random students for a project, and the my partner and I, both of us are socially awkward CS kids, and we had to go to the building of some art kids and some business majors, and we had to interview them for a project. And one thing I noticed was I got a confidence boost out of it, because talking to randoms is really fun, and it boosts your confidence up a bit. And I interviewed like 8 people, 7 people, and I only got rejected once. Like there was only one girl who said that, oh, I don't want to give an interview, and she was, I won't say she was rude about it, but she just shrugged us off. She just basically said fuck off, but by not saying it, she did something like this. Yeah, go. I don't want to give, and that's fine actually. She was playing something with her friends, and yeah, I don't really care about that. But talking to people, it made me realize, and this was the first time I'm talking to people this much, because I've never really done that. I've been a quiet kid, but I'm trying to change that about myself. You can sense my awkwardness through this mic. You can see how fast I talk, and that's just because I'm trying to get through it as fast as possible. And yeah, I need to slow down. So what happened was that conversations shouldn't be this hard. Another thing that happened today was, I was walking to my job, and as you can see, my hair is a mess right now. I need a haircut. And I saw this guy, and he was just standing there on the bus stop, and he had a really good haircut. And because my job is like 4 or 5 kilometers from my house, so I probably guessed that this guy lived near to me. and I just asked him, "Hey, where did you get your haircut?" And before asking him, hold on, yeah, before asking him, I just gave myself 3 seconds, and I said that if you don't ask him in the 3 seconds, just forget about it and don't. But if you don't ask him, you're going to think about it for the rest of your day. And that's what I did. I asked him, and he was nice about it. He said that, oh, I don't live here, and I got it from this and so place, and that was really far from my place, and I won't really go that far for a haircut. Plus, it would be expensive as heck, and based on gas prices right now, yeah, good luck with that. So yeah, I talked a lot. I'm getting old. I'm an unk now. I'll be an unk in 2 days. Wish me happy birthday, man. If you want to, wish me happy 20s at least, if you want to. Yeah. Hope you have a nice day. Bye bye. P.S. If anyone has an internship for me, please email me.